Trysil is a well-known ski resort for us living in Scandinavia. I've been skiing here as a kid with my parents eons ago, and now it's time for me to bring my own children to this place, but for a completely different reason. Trysil Bike Arena is one of the oldest and therefore also one of the most developed bike parks in Scandinavia. There are basically two areas where to bike. Either you can take the modern and comfortable ski lift up the mountain, or take a short bike ride to an area called Gullia. As a bonus, there's an adventurous mix of trails up on the very top of the mountain range, complete with an epic scenery. My kids are around 11 years old and have no experience whatsoever in mountain biking. In fact, they don't even own their own mountain bikes. I am worried that this place might be a little too much for them. There is a bike rental on site with pretty decent bikes, and for being in Norway, it's not too expensive. I'm going for a smaller bike that is close to the size of the bikes that they got at home. These Woom bikes are not just kids' bikes, they are proper mountain bikes with one-by drivetrains, proper tires and an air fork. We head straight for Gullia, which is a real playground for kids and adults. The atmosphere is friendly and everyone seems to enjoy themselves to the fullest. Gullia features a climbing park, two big pump tracks, jump lines, loads of green, blue, red and even black trails. We start off with a few green trails, and I can happily report that kids in general love mountain biking. Of course, there are always some details that need to be sorted, but placing me in the middle seems to fix that rather effectively. Some blue trails, like Papa Bear, proves to be a bit scary. Other blue trails work better, and it's a joy to see the kids progress on their own out of pure excitement, and I don't need to push. I don't know for how long we stayed at this jump line, for instance. Probably hours. Gullia is a large area, and in fact that's where my kids stayed all week. I thought about taking them up the mountain because most trails from the top are rated blue and they are very suitable for beginners. But we never got around to that, and maybe that's a good thing because Norway is expensive, very expensive. A one-day lift pass for a family of 4 costs almost 140 euros. Hungry? A simple margarita pizza, basically bread with cheese on top, will set you back 20 euros. With a few sodas, that's a 100 euros for a bad lunch. Mountain biking in Norway nowadays is truly a sport for the rich and famous. I'll stop giving examples of how expensive Norway is. I think you get the picture. You don't go here to save money. But with some planning, you don't need to spend that much. You don't need a lift pass for every bike day, since Gullia offers so much. And when I was skiing as a kid, we used to bring packed lunch. Another lunch option is to go to the nearby supermarket that has got some chairs and tables outside, and my kids love to run in and buy their own pasta salads, smoothies and desserts. Still not cheap, mind you, but manageable. I spend all days with my kids in the green and blue trails in Gullia, and I don't mind that, but I do long for some shredding too. In the mornings, before everyone is awake, I grab a quick coffee and get out. The lift isn't open at this hour, so a full fat 90 Nm Specialized Turbo Levo will take you to the top in no time. I borrowed this bike from Elcykelkompaniet, the largest e-bike store in Sweden. Big thanks for that. There are mostly blue trails from the top, where Magic Moves is the most famous one. trip around the very top of the mountain is also highly recommended. I would say that eMTBs make so much sense here and lifts the overall experience on so many levels that I didn't expect. When traveling with kids, an eMTB saves time when you only have a few hours to bike on your own. Our cabin is located high up on the mountain, and family members with eMTBs tow others on Amish bikes. I would never take a normal bike to Trysil center in the morning to go shop for syrup to make breakfast pancakes and then climb 500 vertical meters back to the cabin. But with an eMTB you can do all of these errands that you didn't plan to do. We were going up and down that mountain like crazy people, and thank God for the Turbo Levo. I cannot enough recommend bringing an eMTB. Trysil has been a lovely experience, a perfect place for beginners with so many different trails and features to offer for everyone. This year my kids only spend time in Gallia. Next year we will conquer the mountain.